Good morning, y'all. Akachoya. Kimba King. Good morning, Lions. Can I get a kachoya? Previously on Kimba TV. Anyways, I don't care if you took a short. I don't care if you still have your longs. I said it earlier in the morning. It doesn't matter if you have pixel perfect top short, pixel perfect bottom long. The highest probability is that we're all gonna get round tripped. We're retail, chat. All right, and to be honest with you, if I keep getting motherfuckers talking about, oh my God, Kimba, thank you for the short, thank you for the short, I think you're gonna get stopped out. It's literally everything we talk about, ladies and gentlemen. You guys digging it? Let me load up the chat here. What do you think about the whole narration? Huh? Literally every single sentence that we talk about. People are gonna start thinking we're like a Korean stream too, chat. How are we doing? Good morning, good morning. Let's switch on over to the charts, man. Lettuce. No, I'm not gonna hit the lettuce right now. It's like 6:30 in the morning. Should we do it? I'm just kidding. Stop it. What's going on? Hey, Blade. Good morning. Bottom longer. Lil Zan, what's happening? Crypto Jammies says, I can't stay today. I have to catch up some farm chores. Sounds good, Jammies. You know what I would do if you just need to go? Draw the up supporting trend line. It's gonna be the same as S&P. If S&P doesn't want to clean this high, then Bitcoin's not gonna clean the high. The gap isn't gonna get swept, and then we're gonna go lower and save the high. I think everyone and their fucking grandma is gonna be able to short an SFP of the high getting swept, right? So that's easy. Yeah. Sweep the high, clean the gap, close back below. That's, I think, whatever that high is, that's your invalidation, and then the entry probably for me would be a CME gap. So, yeah, if you need to go do some farm stuff, brother, set an alert for this getting lost. Like 82,000. You could set an alert for 82,000 getting lost on CME, and then you could set an alert for 85.9 getting breached. All right, so swing fail, gap fill, closing back inside gap, easy short. Yeah, and then wait for 82 to get lost, and then short the bearish retest. That's another option. And then the other one is we actually close the gap to the upside 86, turn 86 into support, and then if it turns value area high or settlement into support, then that's a long right there. Okay, so doink, 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 long, doink, swing fail short. Stop the music. Tony says, Kimba, what's your thoughts on the $400 million short that has been trending on social media yesterday? I think it's just, well, for me, it helps me understand who still doesn't understand math. I think it's because of like decentralized on-chain data that people are, I think, realizing who actually are playing in the game. I think it's for certain people, they still probably can't understand that could just be like a rich random person. And that's the kind of liquidity that flows into the game. You know? So for me, like that's always been happening. I've been knowing that there are dozens and hundreds, if not thousands of people with money like that do this thing. That's why it's so funny to me that people look at my positions and they get wowed. But, yeah, I mean, people like that exist. And, I think it's just because it's, decentralized and it's on chain, people can actually see it. So maybe they're believing it for the first time, but it's always been like that. There's been people that, take 10 to 40, 50, 60, 80 million in liquidity and then leverage it. Yeah. Do you guys, I mean, there's, people that will be in a 300, 400, 500 million dollar long or short. But that there are billions of dollars of like ETH shorts. You just can't see it on a decentralized exchange, right? Yeah. So anybody that is like wowing about that just tells me, one, you haven't been in the game long enough, and two, I don't think that person really understands math. Sometimes people will be like, especially like people new to trading, they'll be like, hey, Kimba, I'm juicing. What if we all get into a long or short? We can move the market, man. No, you can't. No, we can't. What the fuck are you talking about? Do you even understand math? Do you really understand how much money is in this game? Oh my God, Kimba, you're in a 500 Bitcoin long. You gotta be a whale. No, I'm not. What the fuck are you talking about, boy? But yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. And I think it's just it's the whole decentralized on-chain trading that you can see that I think makes it more of a spectacle. But that shit's been happening all the time. Like I tell you guys, everybody be watching Sato, lose a couple $100,000, but we don't talk about that other good-looking motherfucker that actually has a Lambo, that actually does a $25 million position. You know what I mean? Like think about the Korean streamer that nobody watches, but has like $25 million positions. Everybody watches Sato because Sato loses his couple $100,000. So remember. Today is an opportunity for you to do the right thing. Take advantage of it, Jerry. You tell me what the TP1 is, all right? And just see what you need to do better. So if you open price below value area low, so remember this chart that I always have you guys draw. This is value area high. This is value area low. Settlement can be outside, but really close to value area high. Settlement can be inside, but really close to value area high. Settlement can be inside, but close to value area low. Settlement can be outside, but close to value area low. And then settlement can be inside, right? So today, settlement is inside. So if you open outside and settlement is inside, what is your TP1, TP2, and TP3? And if you don't know that, then you got to be self-honest with yourself. Do you really have enough data to be playing RTH gap play? Right? So, there you go, Jerry. Yeah, so technically TP1 is supposed to be settlement because the reason why you take the long is you're front-running value area low getting turned into support. So you could TP at value area low, but theoretically, like most people are going to try to enter at value area low, invalidation at the wick or the local low. And so, yeah, what you're looking for in this case is you're looking for a value area low to get turned into support. You can rotate all the way to value area high and then clean the CME gap. So value area low could be TP1, but settlement is TP1. Value area high would be TP2, and then you're going to let the rest run. Obviously, be careful of the CME swing fail. But since you're front running the 13-minute candle close, and you don't really have a confirmation or formation yet, you're front running two layers. You're front running the value area low getting turned into support, and you're front running the 30-minute candle forming, because some people are going to say that dip the tip. And so this is a bearish gap by definition, correct? You understand that that's a bearish gap, right? So the easier trade would be to let it dip the tip, close, open, short. But you're front running the opposite, right? So for you to decide to front run and take the opposite trade, you must see something else, right? So you would be able to articulate to me all the other bearish data. Yeah. So it's going to be a really exciting day today, Cigar. I was going to dip out at market close, but there is a good chance that I might stick around until daily candle close. We'll see. It depends on the settlement. It would be easy for me to walk away from the charts and wrap up everything at market close if the settlement is below previous settlement. So if we close below 84,000, better yet, if we close below 82,000, then I know I can be patient for a long, and we're going to go lower. And I know it's going to happen during RTH, and so I don't need to stick around for daily candle close. If for some bizarre reason we close the settlement above 84,000, then I need to stick around all day. Okay, dokie. Grim says, why can't be long the sweep of overnight low? You only said long of retest of settlement or value area high before. I have no idea what you're talking about. You either know it or you don't, Grim. I'm just going off of basic strategy. Yeah, maybe. Can you ask your question again? I can't really understand.
You just said.
Iruzi says, what is the best protocol if we dip the tip in both gaps up and down, kind of like right now? There's only one gap. So this is from Thursday. So the only gap, the RTH gap play, especially on Monday, only references when we open. So you reference the most recent gap, Iruzi. Okay, everything else falls into old gap. Yeah, so I guess what you could do, so if you're talking about RTH dip the tip, Iruzi, it's only for the previous, okay? With this, it doesn't have anything to do with RTH gap play. Rather, concepts like, okay, if you spend enough time in the gap, the probability of going to the other side increases, right? You use it as confluence for the RTH gap play. You use this as confluence. It doesn't impact you on the current. RTH dip the tip is only relevant to the previous RTH gap. You use this purely for confluence. So you're spending time in the gap, right? The longer that you spend, the more probability, right? So you have 13 minutes on this 30-minute candle close. Are you going to spend time in it? Yay or nay? That's what I would use it for, the trade. Anyways, how we all doing? How many of y'all juicing right now? How many people in some shorts? How many people waiting for that high to get clean for the short? How many people in some longs? How many people waiting for the lows to get cleaned? You got bad high and bad low everywhere, right? I mean, for me, let's just do this. I'm down to take an SFP of whichever bad thing gets cleaned first. How's that? I'll take an SFP of the short up there if it's a SFP on the gap, and I'll take a long on the SFP of the bad low. Just scalp that bitch. Small position, stop loss, break even when the 5-minute structure changes. Maybe Band-Aid says sitting in both, waiting to see who wins. Nice. Well, awkwardly, brother, you've got a bad low and a bad high. What the fuck? Such typical like Thursday and Saturday and Sunday price action. So yeah. Thomas, you good? Barbizi, you good? MEXC says, let's clean those highs first. Yeah, that's what I would probably think. But obviously just be careful, you know, because it's, if anything, leaving it like that would be extra confluence to be able to long down there, right? But yeah, I believe it's 10 or 15 minutes after, 10 minutes. Chef says, catch me outside of value. How about that? Of value? Dip the tip? Chef? Chef, what do you thinking about Wednesday, my guy? No rate cut? Rate cut? I got joy up in there, oh my. Chef says no rate cut and fuckery on FOMC speech. Fantastic. So 69 then. Yeah? Or are we gonna be looking for 76? I guess it all just depends on what 55 looks like, right? 55 hundo on S&P. 55 hundo S&P. Okay, 55 hundo SFP on S&P with a 76, 72, or a 69 SFP on Biddy, 1600 on ETH, 90 on Sol, 3.4 whatever on DOT. Catch it. You know, and I could go on and on and on and on, but you know. But let's lock in though. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. Wait, stop the music. Cigar says too many shorters. We don't know yet, but Cigar, have you been here since the beginning? You've been here. What'd you guys do? Did you guys take this? Where's my boy JT or TJ? Or Johnny, Jenny? Like, think about Michael Saylor, thinking about Elon's dumbass leveraging to buy Twitter, you know? People like in real estate that might be over leveraged. Oh shit, Jerome Powell better motherfucking that stupid motherfucker better Rick. You never know. But it's gonna be exciting, man. So what do you think? No rate cut, people shit themselves. One more poo-poo before a nice little rally. Joy. Big Jamal says, I wouldn't mind if we took out the August 5th, 2024 bad low. August 5th? Well, I mean, if we're going to 50, you might as well wait until 30. If not lower.
It's over. Bitcoin is going to zero.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that would make you long there. Okay. And then Crypto is going to make a video around this time talking about, guys, today for the Bitcoin price, guys, And if you pull the target, if you pull the target, it's negative 8,000, chat. The target is negative 8,000, chat. You know, so probably like a fuck you. Nah, I don't know. I think you're gonna go to like 30,000 if you visit 50,000. I don't think there's any sort of. Yeah, you might as well wait for like 28. Enjoy. Do you think we're gonna get this SFP short on some like fucking goofy Macaulay diarrhea pump? Or should we just wait until RTH tomorrow because it has to be RTH gap fill with RTH candles anyways? You want to try to look for a scalp long, bro? Pretty soon here, I'm going to do this for you guys. So instead of this, it's going to be this. Here. Oops. Dink, dink, dink. And then maybe after this, we can go Latuche while we wait for settlement. So let's do this. This needs to be blue. We're going blue. And this guy, blue. Okay. Hope that doesn't confuse people. And then we'll wait a little bit and then we'll have the settlement. Gan says, I flip-flopped to short based on long-short ratio. I can't believe I was wrong 3 out of 3 times today. Nah, we've all been there, brother. But now you know that shit is useless, you know? We've all been there, but there's a reason why we all don't use that shit or look at that shit, you know? So, you know, first couple mistakes is on the house, but if you keep doing the same shit over, imagine 3 weeks from now, you still say the same thing that you're basing your trading based off of the long short ratio. Then it's kind of shame on you, you know? But if you can learn and adapt and start to notice things or notice other things that might be a little bit more reliable. Yeah. SKU good. Wazzle says the Binance longs are confluence for the short right. We have 2.5K. What? What I want to do is I want to see what 85 and 86 looks like. You know? Like there's a lot of liquidations between 85.5 and 86. Okay? So you can clearly see that a lot of shorts would get squeezed up there, right? Now, you guys know what shorts getting squeezed looks like. You guys know what longs opening looks like. You guys know what a hidden bear div, a regular bear div looks like. And so, especially if S&P during RTH can clean its own gap and give me like a bearish structure, probably with S&P, like a failed auction, then I would love to be in that, you know, short between 85.5 and 86, right? I will be confident to take it if the data is there, and I will be disciplined not to take it if the data is not there. So, you know, SFP, oh my God, easy, right? Shorts getting squeezed, easy, especially that guy over on Hype. Hidden bear div, that might be the hardest one for some of you guys because maybe some of you guys don't have exo or you can't switch over to volume based candles, but we can be staring at that if that's the lacking tool. Yeah, and I really think if S&P is doing its own thing and it's already closed its gap, then we're Gucci Magucci. How would you execute entering on S&P of 76? So I would probably be already on the 5-minute, 3-minute JV, okay? And I would be staring at the open interest. And we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars, okay? If there's enough bottom shorting going on and selling going on, and if it's a hidden bull div, I'm already market smashing the 76 sweep level, okay? Post only would be amazing. Okay, but my entry would be the current sweep of that 76 zone. Okay, the lowest weak and bad low. Okay, and then I would enter market smash or post only on that sweep level, and my invalidation would be a lower low. Okay, the only time that I would be like, maybe we're gonna get like that three candle structure. The first one arrives, the second one stops out, and the third one is a higher low. We've seen a lot of that together, I feel like, would be if there's a lot of people longing in the initial candle because they need to get stopped out, which is how the second one usually is a lower low, right? So that's it. And then that probably means that on the smaller time frame, there's a hidden bull div regular, which is going to give you that nice hidden bull div with a regular bull div, and that regular is probably going to be on like a 5-minute, you know, on that lower low. You said it's going to be quick? Yeah. So the level that I would market smash would be the sweep, and the stop loss would be the lower low. Joaleto says, I need a good price to enter. Sure. Are you looking for long or short? Are you looking for long or short? There was like a scalp long opportunity, whether you were more of a VWAPer or you just wanted for value area low and you wanted rotation all the way to value area high. We talked about how settlement would always be TP1. Okay, because you have to be okay with the fact that they're going to leave highs like that and the gap is never going to get filled, and that's just extra confluence for the long type of shit. Okay. But yeah, there's a, you know, if it does go all the way up to CME gap, then I would be really interested in thinking about, man, can we get a short if open interest helps us, if structural edge helps us, like a swing fail pattern. Open interest means like that huge short gets stopped out and maybe longs are opening. A hidden bear div on volume-based candles. You guys already know what that looks like. And then S&P has its own bearish reaction, maybe a failed auction on the its own gap. I'm excited for this week though. Fuck, man. We're either going to juice on like a 70K 69 long, a 76 long, 86 short. Fibception says, love you, brother. Was just thinking the same. How they cleaning during ETH? Yeah, I'll still take it, brother, because the high and the low now has been set during ETH. And so, yeah, my mind is already made up. I will still take it. And we'll just try to do our best. Maybe shave a little bit at VWAP, value, settlement, any of those. Shave. But yeah. Can't wait to regroup tomorrow morning. Let's get it. Do we get that thang tonight with RTH? 86, 85.5. Stay safe. Don't do nothing crazy without me, chat. SFP failed auction. Is it a good high? Is it bad? 82, 76, 78. Stay safe. An interesting Monday for FOMC Wednesday. Rate cuts, no rate cuts. Hey, let's lock in tomorrow. Let's get after it. Hey, he reaving! Sato, he reaving!
닥쳐 이 씨발년아!